Hey guys, Dean from Sliplow here, and I got an '03 G-Wagon over here, and we want to kind of rejuvenate its look by updating the running boards. Right now it's chrome like J generally comes, especially in the older models. And this one's kind of got between all from the years, it's got some wear and tear on it. So you see scratches and marks all over it. And we're going to actually go ahead and put our Top Protect cover on top of the running board to rejuvenate it. The only things you're gonna need besides for your kit here, which comes with all the parts that is necessary, is some rubbing alcohol for cleansing, a microfiber towel for wiping down, and you really wanna wash these really well. After you wash them, you let them sit and dry so all the water comes out of there, and afterwards you wanna go ahead and put some rubbing alcohol on top of your towel and really scrub as well as you can. Now you could see here in between the rubber, because these rubber pieces move, there's a lot of dirt and debris. Look at that. And this is after we've already washed it twice. You could see a lot of dirt and debris. Now, after I clean it, I have the option of removing, really not removing, but loosening this. And this is pretty easy to loosen, which I recommend you do that. The reason why you want to loosen it is so you could tuck it underneath so you don't even have to do any trimming. All right. So now on all pretty much the newer model G-Wagons, they have this piece and they don't have this. And I see another inner piece down here, which we really can't get to unless if we remove the running board. But for this instance, we're sending 4 pieces, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we send another X that's usually for the 4x4s, but you could end up actually using that for this piece here down below. This piece. Because realistically, all the new ones, they end right here. So we really didn't need to send a kit for this, but I think we could end up using the X that comes for the 4x4 on this. Now, if you're okay loosening, this is pretty easy. All you need to do is, there's 2 screws here, and you just need to, see, this comes off in half a second. See that? That's all you need. And then there's one down below. This is a long one. And this is the other reason. You see, I just washed this car. This is why you want to clean this. Now, the reason I removed that is you see that little bit of, it allows me just enough room for me to tuck it in. So that makes it a little easier for installation. Let's move to the installation end. Now, once we loosen it, we want to make sure we're cleaning down here too. A lot of the filth and dirt is down here, and we want to make sure it sticks. Next, we want to get our kits out, and this is the X I was mentioning. The X is really an extra for the 4x4s, but we're gonna put this aside and we're gonna see how we could end up using it. We're on the passenger side, so you always wanna kinda look to see this is the H, so I could really start here, but I would probably start on here because it's a little easier. So we're gonna go with E. We're gonna start with E and F, okay? Now the good thing about loosening it is I could actually now go underneath. Boom. I got that tacked. And super easy after that. So even if I lift it, reposition it as you want, you tack it. Make sure there's no chrome showing. Once you got no chrome showing, you could go ahead and proceed. Now, if you noticed, you might have a kit that's already comes as a whole. I just trimmed these piece by piece, like 2 pieces at a time, because it allows me a little bit more room to actually go ahead and do it this way. See that? Easy. Now your goal here is just to make sure there's no chrome showing. And since you can see it's a little long, that's on purpose. So you could actually tuck it in if you wanted to, like that. And boom, tucked in, and see it, super easy. It goes underneath, and that's all it takes. This is F. I'll apply the F here. See, this one's really easier than the newer models because there's a nice little gap that I could actually just go ahead and slip this under. Some of the newer models, they're a little tighter, so it's hard to put them underneath until you remove that piece, the plastic panels. You can see how easy it goes on. Easy application. And you can see how even if you make a little mistake, you can reposition it very easily. This stuff is very forgiving. It's 23 mil thick, very scratch resistant. So I come here, you can see I go underneath. And boom. Beautiful. You can see how it's already looking rejuvenated. This is G&H. Now, you can see I can make that movement and try to put this underneath. See that? Super easy. What I'm trying to make sure I don't do is leave any chrome out, especially underneath here. Again, check down here, make sure if there's any chrome showing, you kind of re-lift and make sure that there's no chrome showing at all. Want to carry it all the way through. Now, sometimes in the summertime, this stuff will stretch a little bit more, so it may come out longer, and sometimes comes out shorter because of maybe the weather. Because as I'm stretching this stuff stretches. So you can make the adjustment. This stuff is very stretchable, so even if you're short, you could actually pull it You can re-lift and pull it. But let's say, here, like I have a long piece here. And then what do I do if I have too long of a piece? I go ahead and go, hey, this is where I want to trim. So I kind of give myself an extension. Maybe cut off, maybe that much, maybe even a little bit more is fine. Like here. And it doesn't need to be perfect because it's all going underneath. You won't see it anyways. But even if you do, it's okay because you could stretch this material. But it's better to do it without the stretch. You can see that? Now it's sitting perfectly. So here we are, we're pushing H. Now this one's not gonna go all the way to the bottom. Just covering where visually you could see. And the important thing about H is you want to make sure you bring it up as far as possible. The reason why is if you don't, you get to see a little chrome when you walk away from it. So I try to come up to the rubber as close as possible. Again, this one's a lot easier to tuck, so I'm gonna tuck in. If I really wanted to, I could go ahead and trim it, but no need, there was enough room. And then here, you wanna tuck in. Now that's fully done. Now, again, a lot of the newer models don't need this is all you need. So we have the X here. So if you want to use the X for this, you can. For the bottom row. All right, and that's it. And then we're gonna, here, I notice it's a little long, so I'm gonna get my blade out again and go ahead and trim it. That's it. So it's nice to apply a little heat afterwards. It helps it stick, releases the adhesion. And there you go. After you do this, you apply a little bit more heat. You put the screws back on and voila. You got brand new looking running boards. Looks really good. And you do the same thing on the other side and you are set. There you go. That's it. Easy. Took us, realistically, if I wasn't shooting this video, besides for the cleaning, the prep, which is a very important part, this should take 10-15 minutes. But the prep is very important, so make sure you don't skip anything on that. If you want to purchase your own do-it-yourself kit, visit us at sliplow.com, and it's under Mercedes G-Wagon. You can find this, and again, this fits the 4x4s, the older G-Wagon, almost any G-Wagon model. All right, guys, we'll see you guys on the road.